Online tools for project management, task management, or productivity. There's just so many of them. I'm usually reluctant to recommend just one because the one that works best for me might be terrible for somebody else. It's a very personal decision to make, as it depends on how you personally like to work, what you need, and also what type of business you have. But over the years, I've very often thought that this is a vital tool that is missing with a lot of small business owners I speak to. It's really amazing how many people don't use one. But personally, my business and I couldn't get through the day without one. Especially now that we're working with a team and with multiple clients. So what I can share is what I've seen as very popular options and what I've personally found after trying a lot, and I mean a lot of different options. Often when we don't have much time, we just dive in and choose the most popular option. And that might work for you, but to save a lot of headache and wasted time, it's best to sometimes ask yourself a few questions first and then make the right choice from the beginning. So some of the questions to ask are, how do you like to view information? Are you a visual person, or are you more of a list or a dot point person? Will you be the only one working with that task management system, or collaborating with other people in your team or with outside clients? Do you need something that works for both your own business tasks as well as your client or customer projects and tasks? How do you like to plan? Are you so busy that you just add quick notes in a to-do list and get to it when you can, or fire off emails to your team each time you have a task that they need to do? Or do you like to plan your projects more sort of with a daily or weekly, with real thought of the process and how the tasks link and need to be done in order? Who's in charge of what? Who needs to collaborate on certain parts of a bigger project? Or maybe it's a bit of both. So some of the project management options are, like some tools do a lot and some are more basic. So for those that are more visual, something like Trello is really worth checking out. It's one of the most popular project management tools for those that like that visual representation of projects and tasks. It uses boards, and tasks are set up as cards that can be moved around, and they can have images and files attached and checklists within them too. But it's also worth noting that a lot of other task managers are now adding that option of viewing tasks in that board format as well. When I was working solo, I used to use an app called Todoist, and that was really good at the time. It's been a couple of years since I've used it now, so I can't say for sure that it's still the best one, but it was really great back then. So hopefully it's only improved since then, and it'd be worth having a look at. Todoist is a great list-based task manager with features like recurring tasks, color coding, projects, subtasks, sections. You can keep it super simple or get pretty clever with how you set it up. So what I use now though, as a team of 5 people and working directly with some of my clients in this tool as well, is Asana. It's very powerful, free even for a team. There's certain features that you do need to be on a paid plan to use, and who knows, maybe you would find it even more useful with some of those features. But unfortunately, one of the downsides of Asana is to move up to that paid plan is a bit of a jump. So we'll stick with the free plan for now. It's working fine for us. There's heaps of features still on the free plan. So, and just to clarify, when I was still solo in my business, I tried using Asana then, but I spent way too much time trying to make it work properly. In the end, it was too much, like too complicated and complete overkill for what I needed. So that's when I went back to Todoist. That was better just for one person. So kind of keep that in mind. But for a team, here are some of my favorite features in Asana that we couldn't live without. So comments. They're a way of communicating about tasks and projects between different team members with this comments function. So you can comment on a task or a subtask or the project, and you get notified within Asana. You've got like an inbox in Asana, and that keeps a lot of the noise out of your emails. subtasks and teams. So you can have all different levels of breaking projects down. So as you can expect, you've got a project that has tasks within it, but then each task can also have subtasks, and the subtasks can have subtasks. So it probably wouldn't break it down too much further, but it gives you that ability if you really want to. And then you can also group projects in what they call teams, and then you can have projects within those teams. So say, for example, I've got mine broken down into client work versus internal positively sorted work. And in my case, everybody has access, or most people have access to both teams. But if you had, say, a marketing department and an operations department that didn't necessarily need to see each other's projects, you could break it up that way. Or recently, one of my clients asked about Asana and has just started using it. So I've now given them access to just the project that we use for them, and they can view tasks in real time and comment and ask us questions. And it means they just see their project and none of our other stuff, no other client projects or our internal stuff. So you can also give each project a colour, so that with certain views you can see things in its colour. It helps organise things more visually. And tags help you sort things even further. So as an example, I've got tags like high priority when something needs to be done ASAP, or waiting when we're waiting on a response from a client to be able to keep going. And I can click on that waiting tag and actually see all the things that we're waiting on, and then follow up with people all at once. It's a bit more efficient. But also, if something's overdue but it has a waiting tag on it, we can go, okay, yeah, that's why we haven't done it yet, because we're still waiting on information. So one other thing is the ability to view things in different ways. So if you're a list person, you can view things in a list. If you're a bit more of a visual person, you can set up a project as a card/Kanban, like a Trello-like format, with cards that you can move around. Or you can also view tasks on a calendar with everything showing, on the calendar and the date that it's due. And that's another really handy feature. So I can also click on a team member's profile and see all the tasks that have been assigned to them, to see how loaded up they are, and if I can allocate more work to them, or if I should let them keep going with what they've got first and maybe give a task to somebody else. So it lets you sort of balance work out that way. You can also attach files, images and links, anything you want to a task that will help get that task done. So everything's all in one place. It also integrates really well with Google Drive. So we use Google Drive for all our file storage because it's easy to share and collaborate on things. That might be another video, I'll talk about that later. But in Asana, you can also attach, say, a Google Doc that might be in a draft, and when somebody else opens that document, takes them straight to the Google Doc, which is like a live document, so that any changes that are made are automatically saved and can be seen by anybody else that looks at that document and uses that file. And team members aren't looking at sort of old or out-of-date versions of documents. So that's probably enough for now. I love Asana. I couldn't run my business without it. So if you've been thinking about a way to keep track of the different work that you need to have done, have a look at it. Or actually, we have quite a few clients that don't use a project management tool or system. They just send everything to us and we manage it in our own Asana setup. So you could just send your tasks to us as well. Actually, that's another feature, the fact that you can forward emails from your email inbox to Asana, and it comes through to Asana as a task with all the attachments and the body of the email in the body of the task. So all that information is there, and all you need to do is allocate it to the right person and put a due date on it. See, I could go on all day, and yeah, we love Asana. So which program do you use? What do you like or dislike about it? Or are you thinking about starting to use one? Give us a comment below, or if you want more information on how we can help you choose the right project management for you, follow the link below and send me a message and we can jump on a call. Catch you later.